Okay, let's move on to a different shooting. Okay, do you know anything about
Oh shit.
Do you know anything about Dante Wright shooting?
um, was he that kid that the cops shot or something? Like
Okay, we're gonna
19 or something or something
we are
like that.
going to watch the body camera footage. I have blurred out certain parts of it. So Dante Wright got pulled over for expired tags on his vehicle and his license plates, and then apparently it was also mentioned that he had an obstruction in his windshield, i.e., a one of those little trees hanging off of his rear view mirror. And in what state was this in? Whatever state this is in, what is this, Minneapolis, or I don't know, but whatever state this is in, it's illegal to have obstruction, anything obstructing other than like oil change tags or like parking permits in your windshield.
Mm,
So let's go ahead and watch this, and then we can discuss it.
all right.
Okay, so for those on the audio platforms, the police are walking up to the car,
On both
and
sides.
on both sides there's three officers. The officer whose body camera watching is the officer that fatally shoots him. So we're gonna skip forward just a little bit. They get him out of the car, and the officer on the left here is trying to handcuff him because once they pulled him over, they ran his identification, and he had an outstanding warrant for, I don't know exactly what it was for, but he also evaded the police. So he ran from police officers, and so he had an outstanding warrant, and they're trying
Ah,
to take him into custody for that warrant.
okay.
And so they try to
So
get the
they
cuffs
do
on him.
have reason to cuff him,
Yeah.
and the
And so
guy cuffing him is black.
yeah, and so you hear the guy right there. He's about to put the cuffs on him, and you can hear him audibly say, "Don't do it! Don't do it! Don't do it!" Okay, so now right here he lunges away from the officer and gets into the driver's seat of the car. And so she comes around to the other side of the officer, pulls out. She says, "I'm going to tase you." Pulls out what she thinks is her taser, but you can clearly see it right there on frame.
Oh
That
yeah.
is her service pistol. And so she keeps saying, "Taser, taser, taser," and so, and then there it is. Did you see? She stopped, and like she realized what happened, put her hand out towards him. It's like, "Oh, fuck!"
Yeah.
And so then she said like something like, "Shit, I just shot him." And so then this guy right here. So if we watch that last part right there, just the line, and with her body, like her language and the way she's holding her body, she's surprised. So this is an accidental discharge.
Yeah.
Well, although I think it was I think Donut Operator may have said it. I can't remember who said it. Something about if that gun is, if it's your gun, no discharge is accidental. You're responsible for every bullet that comes out of that gun.
That's
So
true.
so it's not an accidental discharge. It's an inappropriate discharge at that point. So it was an accident. People are saying this is a racist cop. They actually had to put barricades up around this poor lady's house because Antifa and like BLM doxed her, and people are threatening her family.
Yeah, that's what they do. That's the mob for you.
Okay, so here we go. Around 1:30 p.m. on April 11th, several police officers pulled Wright over in the city of Brooklyn Center for an alleged traffic violation. The police chief Tim Gannon, who resigned Tuesday, later told reporters in a press conference that the officers initially pulled Wright over due to expired tags on his license plate.
Right.
As one of the officers approached Wright's car, he noticed a hanging item from the rearview mirror. The police chief said. Wright's mother, Katie Wright, told reporters the same day that the item was an air freshener. Okay, Minnesota, that's where it is. Prohibits drivers. We already talked about that. Civil rights groups like the American Civil Liberties Union have since raised concerns that the law is allowing police to use dangling air fresheners as an excuse to for making a pretextual stop, something police do all too often to target black people. The problem with pulling somebody over is you can't necessarily tell what color they are just from outside of the car. It's extremely hard.
Yeah, and like they said, he had expired tags.
Mm-hmm.
That's
So it,
why you got pulled over because you were
yes.
driving illegally.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. God damn.
Here it is. To run Wright's, the officer asked for Wright's ID, returning to his vehicle to run Wright's name. Then saw Wright had an outstanding warrant for his arrest. Gannon said. So this is where they're going to say. That's why they removed him from the car and they were making a custodial arrest. Gannon said at the press conference.
Yeah.
Minnesota court records show that a warrant for Wright's arrest was issued April 2nd for a gross misdemeanor charge for carrying a pistol without a permit and a misdemeanor charge for fleeing a peace officer by means other than a motor vehicle. So he literally ran from the cops.
So he was a criminal.
Yes.
Yes.
But I think that I think that he thought because he got away from the scene that it's like, oh, I'm free of all charges now. I don't have to worry about this anymore.
God.
But if you're like, if you have a misdemeanor out for a gun charge, don't drive around in a car with expired tags. Just gonna say that much.
No shit.
Okay, here. At some point during this traffic stop, Wright called his mother and told her what was happening. She said she heard an argument first, then a scuffling sound. So he called her and let's see here. He apparently I don't know if it's on this article or not. So I don't think it's on here, but he drove away from the scene and later died after crashing into another car. And I believe his girlfriend was in the passenger seat, which is kind of fucked up. So we have another thing that BLM and Antifa are deciding they want to use as pretext to destroy shit.
Yeah. This is really sad. It really sucks that officer, the training obviously was very poor.
Well, she's I think she was like an 18-year veteran of the police force. So she's been doing this job for a long time.
God.
And
then how do you fuck that up?
Oh, say
Oh,
here it is. Okay. Oh shit, I just shot him. Potter said, let's pull this up. Gannon said he believes Potter genuinely intended to use her taser, but instead fired a bullet. He said the fact that Potter repeatedly shouted taser was done to make her partners aware, as well as the subject that a taser deploy will be imminent. He added that the officers are trained to keep their handguns on their dominant side and their taser on their weak side. So your handgun is on your right side, your taser will be like on your left side for most people. So you notice she drew it and was with her right hand. She should have drawn it with her left hand.
Both of Wright's parents have since said they don't believe the shooting was a mistake.
I cannot accept that I lost my son. He's never coming back, Wright's father, Aubrey Wright, told Good Morning America on Tuesday. A mistake? That doesn't even sound right. Yes, it was a mistake. Yeah. That is a cold, hard fact. That is provable in court. The most she's probably going to get is manslaughter and probably spend 4 or 5 years in jail.
Yeah. It really sucks. I really feel bad for him. But at the same time, if he wouldn't have tried to flee, if he would have complied, he would be alive.
What's the statement? Play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Yeah. I mean,
what it's so
just
one of the
you got it's so stupid, and you kids, you damn kids,
them damn kids,
you know, like damn kids. It's you don't get away with this stuff, and then nothing happens. I mean, you got to think about these things. You know, trying to run, and you've got 3 cops on you. They're trying to put you in cuffs. What the fuck do you think is gonna happen?
It's best.
Don't be dumb. Don't be dumb.
It's best to just comply and then fight it later in court. Because the cops do dumb things sometimes, most of the time, a lot of the time.
Obviously, they're human just like everyone else is.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
But you know, I still blame it on him. That was the first time I actually watched that video and saw what happened. You know, you don't run. You don't try and get, like, you need to comply. You need to just chill the fuck out and stop fighting. Stop trying to run This is what gets you fucking
When
killed. This is what gets you hurt. This is what gets you more charges
mhm.
when they do catch you. Instead of instead of paying your ticket or like getting your license and showing up to court,
Mhm.
you know, now it's worse and now he's dead.
Yep. You literally would have spent a couple days in jail, probably, instead of the rest of your eternity not here anymore.
Right. Right.
It's
Now
fucked
is it
up.
stupid? The officer stupid too? Yeah. That's
If
an
you're
embarrassment, pulling out your gun instead of your taser. Like that's
yes,
and like aren't most tasers
bright
like they
yellow.
have yellow or they have a different color to them?
Somebody that I was talking to about this came up with a really interesting idea for like tasers versus guns to know if a taser's been drawn or a gun's been drawn. The holster for the taser will be set up with like an alarm. So you pull the taser out of the holster, an alarm goes off. So now you know there's an audible noise that everybody
Uh,
recognizes that a
yep.
taser has been drawn, and it'll keep like going off. The taser's been drawn, so you know the taser's been drawn. If you
It's a good
draw the
idea.
if you draw the handgun, I don't know, maybe make a different noise so you know that there's a live handgun out. So you
Huh.
know, like if you're running from a police officer and the wee wee handgun alarm goes off, you know that you're probably going to get shot in the back. And
Yeah.
police can shoot you in the back while you're fleeing from them if they believe that you're going to put other people in danger, yourself in danger, or the police officer's life in danger.
Yep.
Like it is legit and legal for them to be able to do that.
Yeah.